We've got a top 25 showdown in this one. Both teams with an opportunity to get a statement victory. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on the 23rd ranked team in the land, the Colorado Buffaloes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Buffaloes will put total leather and we'll get started. On the move from inside is 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The offense lining up for a first down play.
Timeout, Tennessee.
Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. Looking for room, it's Sampson. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27. Down, and they'll need 5 to keep this opening drive moving. Leaves it with the back. Tackled, but he has a first down. And the ball's moving quickly to the line.
And I think on that last run play on third down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team. We're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They've got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming.
Power football with the run. Just buried it. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The Volunteers are marching down the field. So the early contact for the defense, and they'll move it up 5 yards. Well, the flag brings up a short 1st and 5. Offense can really get aggressive if it chooses. The give to the back. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They'll try the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive, if he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. The Vols come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Might as well give it to him again. On the move at the 30. Got a lot of running room. Touchdown, Volunteers! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road, and you know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players. We've seen that before. There was no hesitation. Opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, they made a statement.
And they did tack on the extra point. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Horn. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Line gets set. First down. He'll try the right side. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20. And the Buffaloes headed quickly to the line. Going with the ground game left. He breaks a tackle. At the 35, he's loose. Can anyone catch him? He's at the 20. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Colorado! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And it's perfect. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with a long run for the touchdown. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. A fair catch called for and made. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And, David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
Gonna run it. It's Sampson. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. And why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having to pass block every play. You got to keep defenses off balance.
Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. Dropping back, it's Iamaleava. He's got an open man. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
And the Volunteers are moving quickly down the field. And it seems like every time they throw it, it's first down time in Tennessee.
First down time, and then let's go again. Let's throw it again. These offenses are not afraid to throw the football. When you've got a trigger man you trust, let it rip.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They get him stopped at the 26, but not before he picks up 5 yards. And the ball's racing to the line in the hurry-up. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. Thought maybe they would consider the field goal here, but the offense is staying out there on 4th down. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. The Volunteers have it with a 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Vols!
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a 2-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Buys a little time. Fires to the big fella. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it 1 high safety? Is it 2 high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
Scanning the field, it's Sanders. Quarterback adapting. Sails one into the middle. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the
And he's got it! Touchdown, Bucks!
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. We trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the... Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth. I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. You can't let our serve get broken.
IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. To the ground to try to move the chains. And he just needed a few inches, and the defense was surly and nasty and said, no, sirree. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Here's the handoff. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a first down. Leaves it with the running back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Vols want to move quickly. Looking for space. It's Selden. Drills him with the stiff arm. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So they'll decline the penalty. Pleased with the results of that last play. And the Volunteers getting set on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the right. He's got it. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Well, when you're throwing these out routes, guys, it's location, location, location. As a QB, you've got to put that out in front of your guy so he can make the catch. You put that behind him, that might be getting picked. Nice job there by the QB.
Back to throw, it's Iamaleava. Working that left side now. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wide out in motion. Barrels ahead. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. They lost ground on 1st down. Now 2nd and goal from the 5. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. And the defense doesn't let him get loose, and that's going to wrap things up here in the half. He'll wedge it in there on the quarterback sneak. That's going to wrap it up here in the first half. Stay tuned. Second half not too far away. And the Vols will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Bringing it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially looking deep. Picked off.
And defensive backs, you think, don't have good hands. The big fella shows that. How about that defensive back going up and getting the interception? Nice job breaking on the football. You say that's why you play defense, because you don't have hands? Yeah.
Here comes the offense on 1st down. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. So after the first down run, here's 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
here. Tosses to the quarterback. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. The Volunteers will punt this one away. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. And they can't get on top of it to down it, so that ball will come out to the 20. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
To the air, it's Sanders. Got his man quickly. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. And the Buffaloes in the hurry up. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Extending the play. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
Offenses know and work on it all week. 3rd downs. We got to be really, really good. This offense not good on this 3rd down. It could come back to bite them.
This could absolutely spin this game in another direction. They're going for it inside their own 30. Buys a little extra time. Makes the grab, and he's got the first. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. They'll throw it on 1st down. Using his legs to buy some time. Trying to get rid of it. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls in.
They were able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. The ball pops out. And just like they drew it up, right? Put it on the ground, get the 1st down.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Unloads it downfield. Fires into traffic, intercepted.
Well, that's the 2nd pick in as many series now for this quarterback. But, David, I love the defense right now and the way they're reading and reacting to all these route concepts. I mean, they are all over these guys on the back end.
All over the field, making plays. Listen, you're supposed to...
And he breaks into the open. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Tennessee. And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the 2nd level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
On the run from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. The give to the tailback. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Looking for a man. It's Sanders. Lets it fly. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
And that's the advantage right there of having your dime personnel on the field. You've got an extra DB. You've got an extra guy out there who's really good at covering. So for quarterbacks, you've got to be so good and precise with these passes because they've got speed in the back end. They're able to come away with the pick.
Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Volunteers! The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
Here's the return from inside his 10. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Wants to throw on first down. He lets one fly deep. And that shot downfield falls incomplete, and that's how we'll wrap up the third quarter.
Tennessee, 28, Colorado, 14.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. He'll take another shot here. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
You know, I feel for this offense, if they're going to get back in the game, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it with chunk plays. They're going to have to be methodical and generate some first downs and march down the field.
Back to pass, it's Sanders. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down.
Obviously, they fail on that fourth down, but because there's still time on the clock, this game's not over. Who on defense right now can step up and make a big play and get the ball back to the offense?
And how about this? You get to start a drive with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown ball! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth.
Colorado, 14.
Coming out with it, it's Horn. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Stopped after making the catch.
Well, if you could give a helmet sticker to this defensive coaching staff, they would get one because of the plan they've had for this guy at wide receiver. He is one of the best in the entire country with his speed and his athleticism, but they have had a plan for him, whether it's man coverage, zone, they've been able to double him, they've been able to change up the looks, and they have not been able to get him involved in the game, and that's why they're going to win this one.
Fires to the wideout. It's caught downfield. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. The Buffaloes come to the line in the hurry-up.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
Got 5 wideouts spread across the field on 2nd and 5. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. And he's knocked down immediately, but they're in the red zone at the 14. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a space. Going for 6. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
Feet in the end zone, looking to fire. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Defense will always trying to get some tips, you know, break on the football, get a tip, get it up in the air. Nice job by the player breaking on the football and forcing the incompletion.
It's 3rd down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. He's going to throw it from his own end zone. Caught close to the marker. It's White. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. The Vols will snap it on 1st and 10. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the run. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. Back to throw. It's Iamaleava. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but like, let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but like, let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Makes a move. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back. There'll be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
Slings it downfield. Makes the grab. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Moves around to clear up the vision. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Dropping back, it's Sanders. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. And the Buffaloes want to pick up the tempo. On second down, he'll fire. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover. Looking for a productive play on first down. On the run, it's Sampson. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets him up to the 24. Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship, but you wouldn't know that watching this winning team, David. Tremendous effort and tremendous execution.
I love competitive people. I love competitive coaches. I love competitive teams that they know that their job is to go out and get a W no matter where you play. You want to play in the park?
Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. Today we have a top 25 matchup on hand with two of college football's premier teams preparing to slug it out. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on the 23rd ranked team in the land, the Colorado Buffaloes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. First down here for the offense. Got the quick completion. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, when you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And guys, if I'm on offense, I am staying aggressive. I know you didn't connect there, but make sure you keep testing this defense, because even if you complete one of those throws, that could be the game-breaking play.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Didn't take long to need a clutch play on the opening drive. It's 3rd and 7. Wants to throw. It's Sanders. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down.
They're just trying to sneak the back out to the right side there, but great job tackling on defense against a guy who's hard to bring down once he has the ball in his hand.
The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3-and-outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4-and-out if they don't convert. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Finds his man, they convert. He goes to the ground, but not before a big pickup and a 1st down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the 1st down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch,
and he intercepts it. Looking for more room. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Tigers. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return.
I mean, you talk about coming out of the defense and setting the tone and letting them know it's going to be a long game. Let's do this. How about a pick 6 on the first possession? Nice job by the defense coming out and striking first in this ball game.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
He makes the catch. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds. The pull and throw off the RPO. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
I really like the slot receiver, and I understand he's not the biggest guy in the world, but he just runs really good routes, and he's always under control. He can run option routes. He can run double moves. He does a great job cutting, and he's dangerous after the catch. Nice weapon to have work in the middle of the field.
Using his feet to buy time. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
3rd and long, and they'll need to get it close to the goal line to convert. Motion from the offense. With jet sweep pass. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffaloes! On to try. Right down the boulevard. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. He'll call for the fair catch here. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. LSU quick to the line. The Bayou Bengals have been able to put on an aerial circus in recent years, but the foundation, a running game.
Don't forget about the run game. That starts everything, right? Because if you can run it, you can throw it, you can create some balance and keep defenses off guard. But I think LSU does a really good job of always establishing the run game first. Then they'll get to their playmakers and all the speed out wide.
They'll give it to the back. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. Time to take a shot. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. The give to the back. At the 20, he's got space. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, LSU! Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And the capper came on a 34-yard jaunt to the end zone. Oh, he's going to go for the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. He wants to throw. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. It's complete. A huge pickup. Afterburners coming. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Colorado. What a catch and run for 6.
I like it. You're backed up towards the end zone, and you go aggressive and spin the football. Try to make the big play, and do they ever. 90-plus yards to the house. Who needs space? I'll take 6.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Nussmeier. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
And that defender was just smothering the quarterback on that screen attempt. You know, the QB's taught to hold on to it to the last possible second. He had no shot trying to negotiate that defender.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 3rd down, going up top. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And on money down defensively, you've got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
And that one will sail out of bounds. No chance for a return there. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the... Back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Moving away from pressure. Unleashes one. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
To the ground with the back. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. The Tigers want to crank the tempo. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. Offense bringing in the big boys, heavy personnel. They'll go to the ground. The Tigers pick up the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. On the move, it's Dubb. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, second down coming. Give to the running back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And a great job by the linebacker. You can tell, starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
Now facing a 3rd and long. They'll leave it with him. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. 4th down, and the clock continues to dwindle away. They get right to the line of scrimmage. Fast motion from the offense. On 4th down, they'll run it, looking for the first. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there. They convert the 4th down, but back to the line with no time to waste. They go to the ground. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Offense lining up quickly. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Leaves it with the back. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. They'll have to get it to the 37 on 3rd down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Wants to pass it. Throws for the tight end. Working on the right. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tigers!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. He'll bring it out. It's Horn. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Defense dropping into soft coverage. Lofts one high and deep. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. To the air, it's Sanders. Going back to the well, another deep ball. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. So that'll do it here in the first half. Stay tuned. Halftime is coming. And the Buffaloes will kick it off to start the second half. And he'll bring it back. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. He'll start the third quarter with the run. Finds a little bit of room, picks up 4 out to the 13.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
The play action fake. Gets rid of it. That one never had a chance. Incomplete. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down.
That's a great job executing up front by the defense. They looked like they were ready for that play. That was a bit of a more unconventional look from the offense on 3rd down, but the defense was there to make a big stop.
He's got great speed. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. A quick pass to the left. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. The Buffaloes are in the hurry-up.
Yeah, listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double-team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Power football with the run. Staying physical in the red zone as he's pulled down after picking up 3 balls at the 14. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Defense in press coverage. Looking to throw at Sanders. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
There's nothing more annoying defensively than this. You got a guy bottled up, great coverage, boom. He escapes out of it, pulls a rabbit out of a hat. Next thing you know, he scrambles, gets a first down. Now I got a new set of problems I got to deal with.
Looking to throw. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
Quick pass on the fly motion. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And that is how you get it done. Third down, it's the money down, right? We've got to be at our best. How about the monster sack on third down?
This seems to be a chip shot field goal attempt and a routine 3 points, but they will go for it on fourth down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. He's got it in the end zone! Touchdown, Bucs! Getting set for the point after. And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the third. That drive covered 57 yards for the touchdown. And they finished things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. Fair catch called for and made. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Brandon.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
And LSU starting to get that passing attack cranked up.
And this is a unit that typically LSU is as good as they are at quarterback. We know they're going to be physical. We know they got athletes all over the field. But when they get really good quarterback play, those teams are really special.
Looking to pass. It's Nussmeier. Going to take a shot. He's got it inside the 25. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
It's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Taylor. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Coming into this one, I thought this guy was going to be a monster. He was going to put up huge numbers. We know this is a big part of the offense week in, week out. The defense has done a great job clamping down on him. That is only his second catch so far in this game.
Looking for room, it's Dura. Made a little something out of that run. He picked up a couple down to the 14.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going to go for it on fourth down. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Never a doubt. And they go back on top. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go.
All field goals are not created equal, guys. Kicks in the fourth quarter to take the lead. They just seem to carry so much more weight. So give that young man credit for getting out there and knocking that thing through the uprights with all the pressure, with all the eyeballs on him. He delivered.
A first down for the offense. They're going to open this drive with a pass. And it's picked off for the third time today. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And that play is essentially like a jet sweep, right? This offense is going to run the football conventionally. They'll do it between the tackles. They'll do it outside. But there's a lot of different creative ways they can get their playmakers the football in the running game. And I think that was an example of what you saw right there.
Defense is about firing off, getting the offensive guys and staying in their gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. They'll run play action. Caught behind the line. It's Green. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that 3rd down.
This is one of those unique situations in a game as a head coach. You're trying to feel the momentum, and what's your confidence in your quarterback? Because you've got 4th, you're in field goal range, but you've got the weapons to get one more completion and ice this thing. So do you kick the field goal or do you go for it?
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Fires to the wideout. And it's intercepted. A huge 4th quarter play for this defense. Bringing it back. He's at the 40. The 20. Inside the 10. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Buffaloes! The AT unit on the field. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. Takes it inside his own 20. Chance for great field position here. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. That last pick 6 after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
The gift to the back. And the Tigers are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll try the run. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Running back searching for a hole. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
Maybe can be a little more aggressive here after the offsides penalty. It's 1st and 5. Looking for a crease. It's Jackson. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Back to the ground with the running back. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Here's the handoff. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down. LSU right back to the line. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Toss sweep to the right. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. And the incomplete pass on 3rd down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. Down 4 late. They have to convert on 4th down to keep hope alive. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Throws to the wideout. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
Nice job by this defense in a clutch moment. You knew they were going to throw the football. 4th down. Great coverage, break on the football, force the incompletion, and more importantly, you get the ball back to your offense with a chance to just run this clock and get out of here with a win.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. They're going to ride this running back, and they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Timeout is called by the defense. 19 ticks remaining.
Smart offense. I love it, man. Make them use that timeout. Run the football. I can run the football and let that clock now tick inside of a minute. I'm in great situation to win this football game. Just be smart and keep that thing.
Oh, look out. There he goes. And he gets it into the end zone for the touchdown, and it's not just a touchdown. It is a dagger in this game.
That is just how the coach wants to draw it up. Take up all the clock, score the go-ahead touchdown. This one is all but.
Oh, now the kicker's going to throw it. He runs into the end zone on the fake. What a gutsy call to come up with a 2-point conversion there. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8.
Timeout, LSU.
Offense set on 1st down. Back to the quarterback. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. And he'll get in for the late touchdown, the consolation prize, the window dressing score to make the final outcome a little closer.
That is such a nice job by the receiver there in that trick play, acting like he's going to block and then getting downfield. He was wide open, thinking to himself, just don't drop this, just don't drop this. All he had to do was catch it and run it into the end zone.
Well, and I think people underestimate the timing of a flea flicker, right? When you got to hand the football off, get the toss back, and the quarterback now be in sync with the receiver, and he catches it, you're right, and then gets into the end zone like he's supposed to for the big-time play.
This one was a lot like a tennis match, back and forth, up and down, and they just couldn't quite score enough and get the key stops to get the win.
And defenses have changed, right? It's not about limiting to low points anymore, but you got to find ways to create turnovers and get that ball back to your offense so they can do their damage. Defense just needed to create a few more opportunities.
I think it just came down to individual effort on the defensive side of the football for this team.
Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Kansas Jayhawks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. So much for the touchback. Here he comes. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. First down here for the offense. Leaves it with the running back. Crossing the 30, he's got away. They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll put the tight end in motion. Right back to the well. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for a man. It's Daniels. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And screens are all about timing, right? You want to invite the defensive line to fly up the field, and then you want to throw it right over their head. And you could tell just a little bit off, and the defense got in there so quick, got the quarterback hit before he could really get his bearings and throw the screen.
Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
So on their first drive of the game, they're going to roll the dice a little bit and go for it on 4th down in their own territory. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
Tell you what, coaches catch heat a lot nowadays, especially on social media. I expect him to catch a lot of heat. 4th down, long yardage situation on your own territory, and you want to go for it, and you fail, and you're surprised. You definitely shouldn't be surprised. Just don't check your mentions, guys.
Miles ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Unleashes it. Makes a connection. And he'll go down, but not before the big pickup and the 1st down. This offensive scoring position with a fresh set of downs. They want to throw it. They're bringing heat. Oh, he's going backwards, in trouble, and down he goes. A tremendous loss.
Just like to see the quarterback have a clock going off in his head, forcing him to get rid of that football. Can't take a sack on 1st down in goal-to-go situation and move your offense back.
A shot toward the end zone. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Trying to take it back. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching you. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
They'll try the left side. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Knocked down at the 31 after a gain of 5.
They don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the 1st down, and that's all that matters.
And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. Quick pass on the jet motion. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
And listen, they didn't get the huge play off of that, but I love the ability to show that and be able to show plays off of that jet motion and just show them you're willing to complete it. But you know, get those little chunks at a time. It doesn't have to always be a home run. It's still a successful play.
Well, no surprise there on defense, right? You know the QB is going to be trying to target this guy. Nice job in coverage, forcing that incompletion.
Wants to throw on 3rd. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. A couple of yards shy of the 1st down marker, but they've decided this is 4 down territory. The offense still on the field. On 4th down, going to the air. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the 1st half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Alabama pushing the tempo.
We talk a lot about this at quarterback, right? Hard focus downfield, soft focus around you. He wanted to throw that downfield. He just...
Touchdown tie! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll return it. Didn't find much room at all as he'll go out of bounds at the 12. The Kansas offense returns to the field. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute some points on the board.
First and 10 from their own 24-yard line.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. The Jayhawks will line it up on first and 10. He's looking to throw it. Unloads it left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he picks up enough for the first down. We'll see if they get another snap here in the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score Alabama 7, Kansas 0.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on first down. He'll get rid of it. Got his man. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. They use those back-to-back explosives to set him up first and goal. Pushes toward the goal line. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide in these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You've got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Rock Chalk. Ready to try the point after. Smashes it through for the PAT. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. He brought that thing out of the end zone with the idea of making a play, but he didn't even get back to the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Paul.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but...
And the pass hits, picked off. Got room on the return. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
He wastes no time and comes out throwing. It's complete. And he's running in the open. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up first and goal. The big explosive play put him right on the edge, but you got to finish the deal. Trying to punch it in. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
And just a great job on the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. On first down, here comes this offense. The give is to Miller. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. The give to the tailback. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
The sure hands, it's Williams. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the catch past the sticks. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. Quarterback checking off. Looking to move it through the air. Showing the arm strength down the left side. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Bama!
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. These running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative.
All kinds of running room. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. And the Jayhawks will hustle to the line. Looking to throw, it's Daniels. Flushed out of the pocket. Had to get rid of it quickly. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again.
Yeah, and your first job is to affect the quarterback and try to get him off his spot. They get him off his spot. He gets outside the pocket, and a nice job chasing, not quitting, getting to the quarterback, and still getting a good lick as he's throwing the football.
Being started out great on this drive, but then a couple of incompletions, and now it's 3rd and 10. It's complete to the left. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Makes the grab well past the sticks. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that fourth down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Jayhawks! Lining up for the PAT. Right down the middle. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. You'll call for the fair catch here. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Quarterback will audible. He's going to pass. Buying some time. He'll turn it loose out to the right. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. So the first half has come to a close. We'll take a break and head over to the halftime show. The Jayhawks will kick it away to crank up the second half. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Keeping it on the ground to open the second half. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Miller with the ball. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. Alabama quickly back to the line. They'll give it to the back. Turns it on in midfield. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. Moving quickly, trying to rattle the D. The give to the back. Shakes off the tackle. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
He was trying to do it all by himself. At the end of the day, it's a tackle for him.
I mean, the number of tackles he broke, at some point, somebody's got to get blocked to help the guy out a little bit.
Man, the defense was like a bunch of zombies on that last play. They just would not stop chasing that.
Hit the afterburners, kid. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? They're getting this guy lathered up. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. To the ground with the back. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Alabama comes to the line with a first and goal. They'll try to run it in. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And that one will put them up here in the second half.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Kansas offense returns to the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time.
And the Jayhawks moving quickly to the line.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
A lot of times we call these quarterbacks ballers and game changers, but you don't call them smart enough. Like knowing the situation, knowing I can scramble around, buy some time.
He'll off one deep down the left side. Grabs it inside the 10. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Rock Chalk Jayhawk. And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the third quarter. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Fair catch called for and made. Here comes that Alabama offense. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
On second down, will they go back to the ground game? Right back to the well. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
The give is to Miller. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with a 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Give to the running back. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. They'll leave it with him. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. They go to the ground. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Alabama pushing the tempo. Leaves it with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The crowd elevating its energy, willing this defense to get a stop on this big 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Touchdown, Alabama! They move on top here in the 4th. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable, because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. The Jayhawks will move the sticks.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
And here on 1st down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. Back to pass, it's Daniels. Fires to the right. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. This is the type of play that could be a pivotal moment. Tight game, 3rd and long coming. Fires to the wideout. Oh, picked off. Got some room to run. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return.
Most defenses are lucky if you have one good covering corner. Fewer are lucky if you have 2. They've got 3 DBs, 3 corners that can play at the same time in their nickel package that they feel can go mano-a-mano with anyone in the country. And you saw it on that last play coming forward.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. It's 3rd down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. Power football with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a 1-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. It is perfect, and that will extend their lead even further. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. The returner will field it and try to do some business. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. The defense going to bring it and try to finish off this win. They'll throw it on 1st down. Coming after him. Slips away. They're going to get him for a safety. Tried to make something out of nothing and still got stuck for the 2. So after taking the safety, they'll line up for a free kick from their own 20. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. 1st down for this offense. The give to the back. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big 1st down.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
Hard running there. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
It's so hard because when they run jet sweeps, they don't always give them the football, and then you got to worry about other stuff. But great job focusing on your keys, seeing the jet sweep, pulling the trigger, going, and getting the speedster on the ground.
You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. To the air, it's Milroe. And he can't grab the bullet pass on 3rd down.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Steps away. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
The Kansas offense returns to the field. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
Now facing a 2nd and 10 from the 28 after that last incompletion. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
I'll tell you, this offense just can't afford too many more incompletions because time's running out in the game. They need big plays in the passing attack, vertically down the field, and they've got to score some touchdowns.
A deep throw as the clock winds down. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
And now such a tough situation. Late in this game, you're trailing, but now it's 4th and long. Like, it's one thing if it's 4th and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
Fires left. What a snag by the defense. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Yeah, and I like the shot, the aggressive play down the field. We like throwing those jump balls up to my receiver because usually the receiver makes the play and makes the defender look bad. Nice job by the defender getting a hand on it, tipping that ball away from the wide receiver.
Looking downfield, it's Milroe. Throws to the wideout. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the 30. 10. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Kansas.
How fast did this game just change? Offense in the lead with the football looking great. Defense makes the big play. We've got ourselves a ball game now.
And now they'll empty the backfield for the 2-point try. Wants to go up top. Now improvising. And the quarterback is sacked. Big play by the defense that is probably going to be wiped out by that penalty flag. I think they jumped offside.